Guten Tag und willkommen zurück, meine Lieben, bei Wahrheit ist Trumpf. Ich habe den Kanalnamen geändert, das musste sein. Ist gut, wir machen weiter. Heute geht es auf jeden Fall darum, wie Charlie Kirk die Frage eines Studenten bezüglich Politik, Donald Trump und Kamala Harris beantwortet. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hi, Charlie. My question, a big part for me why I'm not voting. Sorry. A big part for me why I'm not voting for Trump. I feel like he says he has a lot of aspirations for the country, and he doesn't really convey his plan the best. One specific thing for me right now, obviously you brought up World War III as a possibility of happening. Specifically, what do you think Trump will do to ease tension in the Middle East? Because I normally find that conservatives are more pro-Israel. So it seems, at least from my perspective, if he is elected into office, he would help Israel more, and I don't think that would better the situation. Maybe I'm not educated completely on the situation, but what do you think Trump would do specifically to kind of ease tension and get us out of there and keep stuff more nationalized, keep money inside the country?
Yeah, it's a great question. So first, Trump has a lot of gifts. Putting together detailed plans is not something he's focused on. However, unlike in 2016, he already showed us for 4 years what he does. So we see what he did. And so he brokers peace through strength. He comes in with a very strong-handed approach, brings the people in the room. For example, when he was president, we had peace in the Middle East. We had the thing that called the Abraham Accords. I encourage you to look it up. Israel, Saudi Arabia, the UAE had peace and actually had amazing tensions that were going down. We also, Vladimir Putin did not invade Ukraine when Trump was president. So President Trump, he will not come together with this 9-point plan because that's silly for many reasons. Instead, he'll give you principles and guiding direction of what he'll do. But more importantly, guys, the guesswork is not there. He did it for 4 years. And for 4 years, we had no new wars, a secure border, and everyone was able to own a home if they so choose. If you had an income over $75,000 a year combined with your family, which most Americans do if you combine a two-spouse income, and we do not have that now. And so I hear your hesitation. As far as the specifics here, he will bring peace to the Middle East by trying to relax tensions and then also playing offense against Iran, which worked during his 4 years as president.
Ja, die Tage, an dem ein Haus in den USA $75.000 gekostet hat, sind vorbei. Heutzutage zahlt man im Schnitt $110.000 für ein Haus. Und genauso sieht die Regierung von Biden und Harris aus, denn es scheint einfach so, als ob sie die Mittelklasse komplett vernichten wollen. Und das alles trifft ja nicht nur auf die USA zu, sondern auch auf Europa und Deutschland. Es begann ja alles schon mit den Maßnahmen im Jahre 2020. Die kleinen Unternehmen mussten dicht machen, während die großen Unternehmen weiterhin Geld scheffeln konnten.
And also my second question, I've heard a lot in the media lately, Trump's tariff plan on China. At least from my research, I've seen that would drive consumer prices up in the United States, and I know a big thing and a big talking point for conservatives is obviously driving prices down within the country. What other things would Trump do to drive prices down? Because like that one big thing obviously is something that would drive prices up. So,
it won't. Again, you're being lied to by the media. Again, why did prices not go up when he did his tariffs during his first 4 years?
Well, like I said, I'm talking to you to be educated, right?
No, I'm not putting it on you. It's just a question to ask. But wait, he applied 200 tariffs when he was president. Why didn't things get more expensive? Now, let me explain to you from an economic standpoint of why that is. So when you have a tariff, how does a company avoid a tariff? The best way to avoid a tariff is what? Make your good in the country.
Right.
And so, for example, Lyndon Baines Johnson put on a 25% tariff on pickup trucks. This is one of hundreds of examples I could give. How many of you guys have seen Toyota pickup trucks before? Or what? They're very popular. They're all made in America, even though it's a Japanese car company, and that's how they avoid the 25% tariff. Does that make sense? So when you're the incumbent economic power, you should use tariffs as a way to try to drive manufacturing and production back and redomicile it. What will Trump do to lower prices? Energy is the #1 reason why prices are going up. He'll lower energy by drill, baby, drill.
I really appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
All the signs.
So you're a maybe voter?
I'm definitely leaning more left. Obviously, another big thing for me, I don't really like the way Trump presents himself. I think he can be more sort of egotistical.
But let me ask you a question.
For sure.
I don't see it that way, but I'm not going to convince you.
Yeah.
But let's pretend Trump is egotistical.
Okay.
Let's pretend he's a narcissist and all this stuff.
Whatever, yeah.
But then the other side is super calm, brat summer, good vibes, right?
What I'll say to you, I hate to be a liberal voting for Kamala Harris, and I think that is a pretty big understanding from the left. I don't think, like you said, there was no vote.
There was no process, right?
There wasn't, and I agree with you, and I think we have more middle ground on that than a lot of people think. I don't like to be in this situation at all, and I think the choices are horrible.
Let me give you something to think about.
For sure.
So you're more of a liberal-leaning guy. That's great. Tulsi Gabbard, do you know who she is?
Yes, I do, yeah.
She was the former co-chair of the Democrat Party.
Right.
She's endorsed Donald Trump. Bobby Kennedy, the first Kennedy ever to endorse Donald Trump, to endorse a Republican, Donald Trump. Now, those are two Democrats.
Right.
If they were here, you would agree with them more than I would agree with them.
Right. Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
But they've endorsed Trump. Why? Because they see Trump, who does protect freedom of speech, that does protect us against this lawfare regime, that does try to end the wars.
Yeah.
Again, Tulsi Gabbard and Bobby Kennedy, those are like your top-level Dems. That's not just some like low-level thing.
Right.
So I want you to think about that, of what are they seeing and what are they doing that is potentially making them so enthusiastic about Trump. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And now, on the other hand, you don't want wars, right?
Obviously not.
Who's Kamala Harris courting?
Well, that's the thing
Dick
too, right?
Cheney?
Well, like I said, she's not...
Ja, Leute, wenn wir uns dann erinnern, war Dick Cheney damals der Vizepräsident von George Herbert Walker Bush und hat mit dafür gesorgt, dass sie den Irakkrieg gestartet haben. Und Donald Trump sagt es auch immer wieder, dass diese Cheneys absolute Kriegstreiber sind und keinen Frieden wollen. Die wollen einfach für Unruhe und Krieg sorgen. Denn wie oft haben sie damals behauptet und wiederholt, dass es im Irak Massenvernichtungswaffen gibt. Täglich konnte man dieses Wort 100-mal in den Nachrichten hören, Massenvernichtungswaffen etc. Und am Ende hat sich herausgestellt, es gab dort keine Massenvernichtungswaffen. Es war alles nur ein erfundener Grund, um in den Irak einzumarschieren und sich die Bodenschätze wie das Öl zu holen. Naja, wie dem auch sei, wir schauen mal weiter rein.
To do anything better, right? She's not gonna...
Well, it might be even worse, right?
But like we're in such a unique situation, in my opinion. It's so hard to balance like what one side would do over the other, since we've never gone through something. You know what I mean, though? Like,
well, we have lived through Trump, though.
No, I'm saying the war specifically. It's such a it's much more of a specific situation than I feel like we've done. Like the Middle East with Bush or whatever, like that all happened, it all unraveled.
Right, no, but hold on. Let me interrupt you if I can.
Yeah, for sure.
The people that designed the Iraq War, Leon Panetta, Dick Cheney, they're Kamala Harris' senior advisors. So if you vote for Kamala Harris, you're allowing the Bush-Cheney warmongering invasion machine to take over your government. As a liberal, I know you don't want that.
Well, no, obviously not.
So I know that you lean more to the left. I want you to think about those things, and I want you to maybe almost consider doing the unthinkable and voting for Donald Trump. Just think about it.
Okay.
I got you at a maybe?
Maybe.
All right. God bless you, man. Thank you very much.
Na, das war doch mal ein zivilisiertes, humanes, politisches Gespräch zwischen zwei Parteien. Und ich denke, der Student konnte ja einiges lernen und mitnehmen. Jedenfalls, so sollten Unterhaltungen immer sein, zivilisiert, nicht darauf bedacht, den anderen klein und fertig zu machen, sondern einfach nur Informationen zu ergattern. Der Junge scheint auf jeden Fall sympathisch und ein guter Junge zu sein, und alles, was ich ihm sagen kann, wäre, dass es nichts Undemokratischeres gibt, als auf Seiten der Demokraten zu sein. Denn die Demokraten haben Joe Biden aus dem Rennen rausgejagt und haben Kamala Harris ins Rennen reingeschickt, ohne dass jemals ein Bürger dafür oder dagegen gestimmt hat. Wenn die Demokraten so demokratisch sind, wieso lassen sie nicht das Volk entscheiden? Und darüber hinaus muss ich auch noch erwähnen, dass Kamala Harris vor 4 Jahren auch zur Präsidentschaftswahl angetreten ist und die erste war, die aus dem Rennen rausgeflogen ist mit absolut 0 Stimmen. Und jetzt wurde sie Vizepräsidentin und jetzt soll sie Präsidentin werden. Seid ihr irre? Währenddessen wollen sie uns weismachen, dass Trump eine Bedrohung für die Demokratie ist. Das ist wirklich ein Witz. Nun, was haltet ihr von den politischen Ansätzen der Demokraten oder Republikaner? Schreibt eure Meinung gerne in die Kommentare und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Video wieder. Bis bald.